People, one thing we always look for in everything we do is validation. People have had the saying of the white man's ice is colder, greener on the other side. But the one thing we all look for, all races, all genders, all beliefs, all religions, is validation. If I want to break this down to the core of this channel, it's HBCU football. That's the core. And looking at the core, the black national championship had been beaten into my head to be the black Super Bowl for college football. Not the playoffs, not the FCS playoffs. No, the Celebration Bowl is the quintessential end for HBCU sports. That is the end all be all. Okay. Looking back through photos, even with an HBCU person as a vice president, cheesing and smiling with everybody else, one thing I cannot find, one thing I've been looking so hard to find, is the validation from the White House. Because you see, the further you look back, the less validation you get. Let me explain to you. Every national champion, every NBA champion, NFL champion, world champion, they come to the White House. Come to the White House and they get their quote unquote validation. They get the pictures with the president. They get to be on the White House lawn. They get to go ahead and show that, hey, our president, and by extension, our country, supports us. Well, this is election year, right? So you're going to hear lots of things about we support our HBCUs, we support black endeavors, we support the black experience. Just vote for us. This is what's coming, right? You're going to hear everything about how we have given more money to your colleges than anybody else in history. We have promoted more HBCU grads than anyone else in history. Doesn't matter what side you're on. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, hell, Wick, Moore, whatever you want to be. They're all going to say the same to your face. But when it comes time for the validation, remember we said the Celebration Bowl is the end all be all. It's the black national championship. It is the black Super Bowl for college football. If they're willing to validate everybody, every sport, no matter how small or how grand, why won't they ever validate the Celebration Bowl winner? That's my question. They'll talk afar about HBCUs. They won't ever go to one. Maybe a local congressman, maybe an alderman, maybe somebody from the city council. Maybe they'll send a reporter, or maybe they'll send a YouTuber. But they will never send themselves. Doesn't matter who's in office. It's always the exact same deal. If we want that validation, and they're crying to saying that they validate us, why won't they show it? It's very simple. We don't need you till we need you. There's more of you out here than there is in there. I know that sounds wrong. I know that sounds like it's divisive. I don't care. It's true. Every 4 years, you'll hear the same thing. It's like a repeat. It's like the greatest hits records. Every 4 years, you hear about immigration. Every 4 years, you hear about how crime is going up. Depending on who is in office, the crime's going up in the blue states when it's really going up in the red states. Crime's going up in the red states, really going up in the blue states. The other side is going to end the world. The other side is coming for your guns. The other side is coming for your kids. They're indoctrinating people into being homosexuals. Oh, they're putting strip clubs by all the high schools. It's the same thing you're going to hear every 4 years. So it's not what they show you or tell you every 4 years I'm worried about. It's between those years. If you want to validate everything else, and we've told you the Celebration Bowl is the Black National Championship, it's the HBCU Super Bowl. Why won't you validate that? Validation is very key in our society. Even though we claim not to want it, we claim not to need it, we still would love to see it. We don't care if it's Trump bringing us hamburgers or if it's Biden bringing us lobster rolls. Just to have the invite to the White House to show that our country, via extension of our president, which is the main thing the president is supposed to do, supposed to be a representation of the country, show that our country has our back. So, when it comes time to the polls, don't listen to the things talking about, oh, we gave more money. We gave you more money. You still owe billions upon dollars. But we're not touching that. We're talking about validation. As of now, the closest we'll get is a meeting with an advisor for the national security. And we better smile for that one. It's Coach Simmons. I had to get that off my chest today. Y'all seek your own validation, because we know damn well it's not coming from the White House. I'm out.